When it comes to Vietnam, everybody goes to the same places. Halong Bay, Nha Trang, Phu Quoc Island, and well, they are famous for a reason, but let me tell you, Vietnam is full of awesome places you haven't heard about. In this video, I'll show you 10 islands that will blow your mind. Well, to keep it short and simple, first I show you 5, and in the next video I'm going to show you the rest. My name is Boris and welcome back to my channel High on Low Tide, on which I'm focusing on lesser known tropical travel destinations. This is part 1 of unknown islands in Vietnam. Oh, by the way, this list is not a ranking because each island is somewhat different from each other, but they are all awesome. So let's get started. Let's start with my most recent find, Hunka Island in the Co To archipelago in northern Vietnam. I guess you haven't heard about Co To before. There's not much information about it in English online, which is crazy, considering how beautiful these islands are. Co To is a group of islands near the Chinese border, about a 90 minutes boat ride away from the mainland, so it takes some time to get there, but it's worth it. Hunka is a tiny, uninhabited island with a big sandbank, which is quite rare in Vietnam. The water around it is very clear and it's so pretty that honestly, it could be in the Philippines. Sorry for the wind. I'm on the sandbank, part of the island, so there's an island and really nice looking sandbank that just goes straight into the sea. I just flew the drone and I gotta say, from the air, this looks paradise. The only thing is, for example, in the Philippines or in Indonesia, an island like this would have a sandy beach, and it is sandy, but there's a lot of like rocks and stones on the beach, so it's more like a rocky beach, but it's super pretty nonetheless. There's a lady collecting crabs in the water on the rocks. There are 7 boats, all fishing boats, and there's just our boat. Yeah, it's empty. I mean, it's awesome. It's crazy how nobody knows or talks about this place except some domestic travelers. I don't want to go into too many details because I will publish a series of videos about Co To in the coming weeks. I will share everything you need to know about this awesome place, so stay tuned. Number 2. Hunchua Island. Hunchua is a tiny island with a nice white beach and gorgeous water around it, near the town of Tuy Hoa in Phu Yen province. Phu Yen province is probably the most underrated destination in the country when it comes to beaches. Hunchua Island is only a 10 minutes boat ride from Tuy Hoa city, which has an airport and also great accommodation options, so I honestly don't understand how an island like this can be unknown. I mean, locals know about it of course, but still. Check out this color, amazing! It's actually a famous tourist spot in the city, so it's kind of famous locally, but there's not much information online in English, so I wanted to check out this island, and wow, what an awesome decision it was, because this place is beautiful. I only saw a few fishermen on the island while I was there. Hunchua has a few shacks used by the fishermen, but there's nothing to cater tourists, and empty, neglected beaches tend to be full of litter in Vietnam, something to keep in mind, but I think no one will argue with how beautiful the island is. Check out my video about Hunchua Island if you want to know more. Number 3. Van Boy Island in Lan Ha Bay. I was thinking whether I should put an island from Lan Ha Bay on this list, because the bay is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Vietnam, along with Halong Bay. But I decided to do so because there are many islands that aren't visited by the organized tour groups, and well, most people come here on organized tours. Organizing a private boat trip in Lan Ha Bay is both easy and cheap, and you are free to make up your own itinerary. I made 2 boat trips in the bay, and I gotta say the beaches in Lan Ha Bay are really impressive. A beach on Van Boy Island particularly caught my attention because it reminded me of Phi Phi Islands in Thailand, on a smaller scale of course. Wow, I'm seriously having Thailand vibes here. This is very similar. Of course it's smaller, the beach is a little dirty. The boatman told us that there was like a resort here, but it is abandoned now. If somebody would take care of this place, like clean up the beach, how come that this place is not famous? I honestly don't get it. Check out this bay. There were abandoned buildings behind the beach. It seemed like nobody came here for a long time. But the white sandy beach with palm trees, the U-shaped bay and the huge rock wall at the back is a super beautiful combination. This place was so nice I made a separate video about it. Number 4. Honua Island. Honua is a tiny gem of an island with an amazing beach and clear water. Well, that's kind of the case with all of the islands on the list, although not all of them are tiny. The crazy thing about Honua is that it's not very far from Nha Trang, which is one of the most popular spots for a beach holiday in Vietnam. It's about an hour by road from there, plus the boat trip takes less than 15 minutes, so getting to Honua isn't very difficult or time consuming, yet it was near empty while I was there. Wow, what a place, what an island. It's getting a little crowded. Alright, I'm just joking. I didn't really know what to expect because there isn't much information online. You can check. Tourism is here on this island. You can see these boats. They take tourists over to the island from the mainland, but wow, look at the water. The organized trips from Nha Trang don't come here. I guess most people don't even know that this island exists. Now you know. I made a video about Honua too, check it out for more information. Number 5. Leeson Island. And this list is still not a ranking, but I have to say, Leeson Island is probably the biggest find of the year for me. Leeson is a big volcanic island with an actual volcano on it that is super unique, not only in Vietnam but the whole region. Leeson is near Quang Ngai City, not very far from Da Nang or Hoi An, but very few people come here, probably because of the tourism infrastructure is not very developed yet. It isn't really advertised anywhere. There are some guest houses, some cheap restaurants and speedboats to take you there, but there are no tour groups or big resorts. There are unique beaches. There's one with a cave on it under huge cliffs, a waterfall, and probably the clearest water I've ever seen in Vietnam. I'm just here under this cliff. Behind me there is the cave, which is pretty cool. I've already been here in another day. I came back. Today is Monday. It's empty. There's nobody else, just my friend and me. So let's have a look around inside the cave. Pretty cool, kind of big. There's some like painted canoes. Leeson can have a lot of local tourists or domestic travelers on the weekend, but today is Monday. There's literally nobody else right now. It's empty. I am alone on the beach. This is such an awesome site and it's very unique. These like huge cliffs and volcanic rocks in front of the beach gives Leeson Island a very unique feel that you can't really experience anywhere else in Vietnam. Check out my Leeson video for more information. These are the 5 islands I wanted to show you in this video. I'm sure most of them were new for you because they are very far from being crowded or famous. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my next video, so click on the bell notification icon so you will not miss it, and also subscribe to my channel and like this video. That would be a great, huge help. And yeah, thank you for your time. Have an awesome day and see you in the next video.